Imagine a fragile wine glass shattering the moment a single drop hits it, then picture a human bone that gets stronger each time it bears weight or stress. Nassim Taleb enters a world turned upside down where disorder and chaos aren't enemies to avoid but powerful allies. What if everything you thought about stability and risk was backwards? Stay with me because what you'll learn today will flip your whole approach to uncertainty. Most of us know resilience, it's about standing firm, not breaking. But Taleb argues that some things don't just survive shocks, they thrive because of them. It's time to meet the antifragile, the hidden force that gains from chaos. Taleb brings us to ancient Greece, where doctors observed that bones, stressed through movement and strain, grow denser and stronger like a fortress rebuilt after a siege. He extends this idea to companies and cities. Those exposed regularly to shocks develop muscles to adapt, whereas fragile ones crumble under pressure. Think of antifragility like a plant that thrives only when pruned. Just as gardeners trim branches to spur growth, volatility trims complacency and forces adaptation in systems. Without stress, the antifragile withers. Stress acts as fertilizer, stimulating growth, innovation, and robustness beyond mere survival. Here's the kicker: robust systems resist change and stay the same. Antifragile systems transform and improve. It means your goal shouldn't be to avoid shocks, but to build systems that get better because of them. Fragile things break, robust things endure, antifragile things improve. Despite what you think, many systems you trust daily are secretly fragile. Taleb tears down illusions around medicine, education, and finance with examples that hit close to home and probably make you squirm. Taleb recounts a study where more aggressive medical interventions increased patient mortality rather than reducing it. Overmedication and unnecessary procedures mimic overprotecting fragile items, leaving no room for natural resilience. Sometimes doctors, despite best intentions, undermine your body's antifragile capacity. Formal education often overloads students with theoretical knowledge, but leaves them unprepared for real-world volatility. Taleb compares schooling to putting kids under plastic domes, protecting them so much they never learn to deal with disorder autonomously, creating fragile adults unequipped for uncertainty. Banks look robust on paper but are usually walking tightropes, highly sensitive to shocks due to complex interdependencies and hidden debts. Taleb's experience on Wall Street shows how reliance on models and short-term stability blinds institutions to their true fragility, making crashes inevitable rather than exceptional. So, how do you invite disorder to work for you? Taleb hands us practical wisdom on crafting a life that gains from shocks and surprises. It's less about control and more about clever design. Taleb's barbell strategy is simple but radical. Put 80–90% of your exposure in super safe, low-risk assets and the remainder in wildly speculative bets with massive upside. It's like carrying a shield and a sword. You survive crashes but can still conquer opportunities that others miss. Antifragility thrives on small, frequent errors that force learning and adaptation. Taleb urges welcoming tiny failures to avoid catastrophic collapse. Like a jazz musician riffing off mistakes, small setbacks become growth signals rather than threats. Skin in the game means you only trust systems where decision-makers face consequences. Taleb's point: when incentives align and no one's shielded from harm, systems become less fragile and more antifragile. It's the ultimate filter for trust, whether in business, politics, or personal relationships. Remember that bone at the start, the one that gets stronger the more it's stressed. Your life, your work, and your systems can be just like it. Stop running from uncertainty. Instead, lean into it, build your antifragility muscle, and watch how shocks become your secret weapon. Try identifying one fragile area in your life today and ask, how can I turn this into an antifragile advantage? Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.